From the time I was a little girl, I loved to read the fairy tales and watch all the Disney princess movies where the princess falls in love with the prince and they ride off into the sunset and they live happily ever after, and just like a beautiful dream. And then when you're a little girl and then you turn into a big girl and you think that's just how life is supposed to look. You're supposed to find your Prince Charming and get married and live happily ever after. And that is it's a really great thing to want to get married and have a good marriage and be happy. But when we realize that when we bank all of our hopes and dreams and happiness on some Prince Charming guy rescuing us and just saving the day and making us happy, we do ourselves and him a disservice. For one thing, Prince Charming doesn't always show up when we think he should. And for another thing, sometimes we just jump right into something because we want it so bad that we're willing to accept anything in the name of love, and it turns out to not even really be love. And because we want it so bad, and because all we want is to be loved and chosen, it's not like there's some kind of evil, bad thought there or desire. And it's even a natural desire. But the problem comes in when it becomes like a fantasy or an idol or something like, I have to have this or I can't be happy. I can't live happily ever after unless I have it this way. And so I'm willing to jump, from guy to guy or girl to girl because I'm just chasing that love. I'm chasing that validation. I'm chasing that fix. It can become an addiction without even realizing it. And it's something that I never really thought too much about, and not something that I ever thought I had an issue with. But I have come to terms with the fact that that's exactly the toxic cycle that I've been living out for many years. Is I wouldn't necessarily think that I was doing it because I really love God and I try to put God first. But I would find myself feeling really empty inside after a relationship ended, and it wouldn't be long before I would find someone to talk to or something. It felt like, to be where I was supposed to be in life, that I should be with someone, or that I should be looking for someone, or that I should be preparing myself for someone, or it always had to be towards that goal. But something that God's really shown me is that at this point in my life, I have found myself to be single, and that's not really something that I wanted. It's not something that I did choose it, but it's not what I wanted to choose. But it was the best thing for everyone, and especially myself and my kids. And at this point in my life, I'm trying to unlearn toxic patterns. I'm trying to figure out what is it in me that attracts toxic relationships. What is it in me that participates in that or perpetuates that cycle? Or what am I doing? What's my part in that? And how do I stop it? And so I've been trying I've been going to a recovery group, just trying to spend a lot of time with the Lord and good, healthy friends, and just trying to heal and work on myself as a person. But this time it's not with the goal of, okay, if I could just, get myself healthy enough, then I could just jump to another Prince Charming, or so that I can just be on the scoping out the next relationship. And that's not how I want to live my life anymore. I want to live my life grounded in reality and putting God first, taking care of my kids, becoming healthier as a person, and learning to love myself, and learning to receive validation from the Lord and not from other people. And that can be a really hard thing, especially when you're as old as I am, and you don't even realize that you've been being a certain way for a number of years. But this is a season where I really want to press into the Lord. I really want to focus on healing. I really want to become healthier for me and for my kids and for God. And I want to learn how to build good, healthy friendships, and learn how to set healthy boundaries, and just be a loving, kind person. And And I want to do that for no other reason than just because it's what I want to do. Not for anybody else except myself and my kids, of course, because I want to make sure that I'm being a good mom. But this is a time when I just really could use a lot of prayer, and I would really love if you would pray for me. And if you need prayer about this too or something else, let me know. While I'm not perfect and I'm far from it, I'm always happy to pray with you and for you, because I know who is perfect, and that's God, and He's someone who never fails. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope you know that if you have also been living your life getting stuck in toxic loops, maybe it started in childhood when you had innocent, good dreams of marriage and love and all of that, but then it turned toxic when that became your chief pursuit. You just had to have that validation. You had to have that to be happy. Then just know that it isn't too late. It isn't too late to break the cycle. It isn't too late for God to rewrite the story. It's not too late for us to learn new habits and new patterns. It's not too late for us to heal. It's not too late for me or you. So if you want to join me in that healing journey, I know God will be with you every step of the way, and I would love to pray for you too if you're going through that too. All right. Have a great day.